Good. Good. Right there. Good.
What is going on, crack addicts? Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, I'm going to be posting a wide variety of chiropractic adjustments from some of your favorite chiropractors with some new additions. Also, all of their links will be in the description. That's where you can check them out directly. Now let's get into it and I'll see you on the next one.
Up next, we have Dr. Nick.
Just coming in, she's been noticing a few things. Tell the camera, tell the YouTube verse what you're noticing around, like working out.
So when I go to the gym, I notice that the left side of my body feels stronger than the right, especially when I'm doing lunges.
We'll have you go face down. We'll check in from there. Sound cool?
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. Now to just look at the hips and we'll see what we notice. Usually we like to start with just a visual scan. This right hip is kind of raised up. I'm exaggerating it now, but it's raised up on this side and it's down on the left, just meaning that this hip is kind of rocked back. You can see, and I'll give Bailey a second to get that. Awesome, Bailey. The right heel is shorter than the left heel, meaning that that leg is shorter. The right side's not moving as easily, and that's drawing that whole right leg shorter. We'll do an adjustment here on the hip for Hope, and we'll, almost like side, how you might lay. And I'm gonna pick this up just a bit for you.
Okay.
Cool. So just like that's perfect. Good, good. And then these arms are gonna come together like that. Good. So this is a good position to be able to get that hip to rock where we need it to, okay? Cool. Good, second one, good. And then I have to go face down again, please. Cool. So we are doing better, we're closer, but we're still not level. So oftentimes when that hip or ilium is rocked back, that same side sacrum is as well. So we pressure left side, we pressure right side, checking for motion, should be equal on both sides. So with her just right where she's at, we'll raise the table up, and then we'll apply a little pressure right here through the sacrum. You cool with that?
Yep.
Cool. So a little pressure here, usually not any popping. And did I change the pressure of your legs at all or anything? Am I pushing in on one leg versus the other?
I don't think so.
Okay, so those are level there. Second position, this is called a Deerfield test, stays level. So we know that the hips and sacrum have been cleared, they're balanced. We'll get this just like this actually. So nice breath in and all the way out. Let that go, I'm following you down. Cool, recheck that motion. Moving better. Now there's a couple other spots in the thoracics, one more spot, not a couple. Right here. Right, anyone who works at a desk, anyone who's been a student for long enough, all this looking down, technology, all that stuff, usually will manifest as like pain or tightness around the shoulders. And I'll have you slide down just a bit. Perfect, good, cool. So for this one, I'm gonna take your arms, we're gonna cross them over the front, just like that. All the way out, in again, and then all the way out. And then I'm just gonna add a little pressure at the end. Good, awesome. Those were your first adjustments ever?
Yeah.
Was that what you were expecting, or not what you were expecting, or what's that like?
I mean, I didn't really know what to expect. I've never gotten it before, but
Yeah.
I think it went good.
Cool. Once again, guys, checking motion side to side and throughout the neck. What I'm picking up is more tension on the lower left and the upper right. So two different adjustments we'll make. First one here, you cool with that?
Yep.
Cool. Good. What do you think? Is that scary at all or no?
No, it's not scary. It just felt cool. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it feels cool too. I always get so much like relief from it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, even if I'm not in pain, because for the most part, you're not in pain, not really at all. And I'm usually not either, but I'll still get adjusted just because I want to feel better than I already am, you know? So one spot right here. Good. Hang out there. I'm going to go ahead and check out the knees and ankles, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then you've played some sports over the years too, right?
Yeah.
What sports have you played?
Cross country, basketball, and softball.
Cool, so like I said, we were checking the feet out already before, so we know what's going on. For Hope, it's kind of similar on both sides, where it's not the ankle so much, not high up in the ankle. The ankles are actually, she has good flexibility, good motion. It's more the midfoot for her, so good. You cool with that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Does that feel as cool as the neck does?
Yeah, it's just different.
Yeah, just right there. Good. Okay. So feeling still a little bit of tension, like these upper shoulders, and even down like in between the shoulder blades a bit. Rib cage here, okay?
Okay.
So you'll hear a couple clicking here. This is just a spring-loaded instrument that helps us adjust. You'll have your right hand rest on your left shoulder. Cool. And then I'm gonna rotate you to your left a bit. Then I'm gonna bring the hair over to that side. Perfect. So we'll be working this right side of the rib cage here. You okay with that?
Yep.
Cool. Good, and then let your arm relax down and you can kind of center up there a bit. Also mentioned off camera a little bit of elbow stuff. Tell the camera what's going on with the elbow.
It just like clicks in and out, and sometimes it hurts when it's like popping back in.
Yeah.
So it's just odd.
Yes. So an adjustment to the elbow is never going to be, that hyperextension direction, especially with somebody who's hypermobile already. If it's already moving too much, that might not be warranted for an adjustment. That might be more like an exercise we might give her off camera, but we'll check in. So anytime someone's got a elbow thing or a wrist, I always like to check the other one. So you see a little bit of, there's two bones in the wrist, the ulna and the radius. Your radius on this one just feels a little stuck. So I don't know if the camera will pick it up. It'll probably kind of clunk into place, just like the rest of the adjustments. It's not gonna hurt. It'll probably feel good, but just a little flick of the wrist, so they say right here. So just let that arm relax. A little more. Good, there was good. Elbow a bit. Cool, so we'll do a little bit of an adjustment here with this. Usually does not pop. Good. And then I'll have you extend again. Good. How often does it do that?
I don't really know. I just notice when it happens.
Yeah, just notice when. If it's like, hey, I don't notice anything, then say nothing. And if you notice something, feel free.
I mean, my right knee cracked a couple times when getting up, so I noticed a difference with that. It feels a little different. I don't know what it is, but it feels a little. Yeah. But it's good.
Good. And then, so it'll be cool to hear, what happens after you go do some lunges again. Because that'll be cool to see, because like the knee and the ankle and the whole hip, the whole right side, right, we had to work on a bit. So just a little bit of imbalance there, but you're all good to go now. But being this was your first ever experience with a chiropractor, just tell the camera, if someone was debating going to see a chiropractor or anything like that, kind of just what would you recommend?
I think it was definitely a good idea that I did this because I learned a lot about my body's placement and how important it is, and it was cool actually getting to go to a chiropractor and getting adjusted because I didn't even realize that like one side of my body, that's why it felt stronger. And it was cool to learn about.
Next up, we have Dr. Matt Delgado.
Just a little bit. Yeah. Good. And then face down, please. And then now let's try the same thing, that leg lift. So let's try that right one. Hey! She's lifting it higher. Now the left one for reference so we can see. There we go. So now they're both.
No noise, it didn't happen.
Right there. Breath in for me, please, and then let it all go. A light one there. Good. Don't have to make it awesome. You were, okay, this was good. Last time you were laughing and yelling, so feel free as much as you want. Don't hold back too, okay?
It was so uncomfortable.
Swear words if they want to come out.
Oh man, you'll believe them, right?
No, we're gonna leave them. So what I'm feeling for the heel on this foot, Ellen, your right, my left, is really stuck. Yeah. Good motion side to side.
Yes.
Here,
Yeah.
doesn't move that way. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna move it that way. There. And then we get through the arch.
Ah,
That's typically pretty uncomfortable. Save that one for last. We got one on top first before that.
okay. Oh!
Turning red, that's
Am
good.
I? I think mostly because this is like maybe the most unflattering angle ever.
Put it on the outside here. Okay, and then your favorite, not really though. And I'm actually gonna be easy on her because she's gonna be pissed if I'm not. So,
I mean, do it if you need to. Yeah.
okay. There. Is that as tense when I push into that spot?
No.
We can do an adjustment without any noise happening, and there's a good example. And then here, heel, good. And then right through the top. And the middle of the foot here, and Ellen, we talked about this last time, should be almost like a towel, like you can wring it. It should move each way, either way. So we have to come down here. This is the metatarsals for people watching at home. For all the nerds out there, this is the second metatarsal. There we go.
Noises.
And then, so now when we do that same motion, this rolls down like we want, but then my other hand, it's not coming up. And there's one on the arch. And turn the leg out. Little push there. And that's the one that's not the most fun that I was talking about earlier, but that motion now, when we come back to it, it's moving. And then the heel on this side,
Mm.
here we go. Surprised her. Then on these two, we're gonna do the same thing. So there should be a certain amount of spring or give here. There's not. That's better. I don't know if you notice a difference side to side. So this might make a little noise, just warning you. Good there. And then on the outside. Good there. So there we go.
Yay!
This is the driver of the foot, you know, that big toe, an extension of that big toe. So I'm going to be underneath the big toe. Better motion. So this, I was feeling, was restricted. Now we can get it farther. We actually see a lot of the same NFL people.
Yeah.
So a lot of what I'll work on is this, more neurologic structural, and then when it is more of a soft tissue injury, especially around an area that needs more depth to it, that's where this comes in. So a really good pairing for people if you've been already getting chiropractic but you're finding there's a lingering issue and something that's not resolving, a good high quality laser, because they're not all made the same.
Yeah.
And if you're in Austin, you gotta check her out. So one more here. Okay, good. And then let's have you walk. Let's have you take a few steps. And let's see if you notice what's different as you move on your feet.
I just feel like I can push off from under my big toes so much better.
If you made it to the end of the video, guys and girls, thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe for more.